Dell and Dell is in the house. Hey,
Morning.
Marcus D.
I feel.
Oh man, I'm on top and rising. I'm telling you, it gets better. It gets better with time. How about you?
I feel the same way. I've learned about thievery, so I feel the same way.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm so excited. Oh, I want to share something. I have to let our folks know just within the last 24, 48 hours, our live streams have been added to another platform. It's a television network similar to Netflix, and it's worldwide.
That's a very
And
good idea. That's awesome.
Dell and Dell is there. We are there. We're uploaded. So I'm very, very excited about that. How doors are opening for us and the word is getting out and we're gaining traction. It's just absolutely incredible. Incredible, like that background right now. Oh my goodness, the blues and the greens.
That's awesome. Yeah, getting on different platforms so that there's more people that are being reached and tapped and touched and being able to tap into what we're doing sounds excellent. So, what we're talking about today, let's go.
Well, part two, that you are not what you have been through. Last time we were on, we really took the approach and the angle of looking at how an individual can navigate around individuals who they care about, who they love, who are close to them, but those folks just cannot see them in the new light
Right.
that they are in. But today, I just really want to look at and focus on the our listeners right now, our tribe right now, and them being able to, oh, okay, so now our messages are coming through. So we just got a message from Indiana just popped up. I don't know if you can see it on your side.
No, I can't
It
see
said,
it. I want to. We need to fix that. I want to. What does it say? I'm getting left
it
out. I
says
can't
good
take that.
morning, I'm listening. It's from Miss Treva Ann.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Evangelist. Okay.
Good morning, Treva. So focusing on how individuals view themselves,
Right.
and we always we're consistently we've been very consistent in speaking about the self-sabotaging belief systems and thoughts, and most times, as we've already mentioned, that stems from something we've experienced, some deficiency, some abuse, some trauma, whatever the case might be. But today, I really want to look at what transpires in the life of a person who finds themselves there and just one person believes in them. They come across that one little spark that believes in them and identifies, sees them for who they truly can be or have potential to be, and how that can be so transformative. So I want to pivot this over to you so that you can drill down on that aspect, how powerful belief is in an individual who's been through just hell and back.
Well, I think that's an incredibly powerful encounter that a person gets to be blessed to have happen to them when they get that one person. And then I think I was really curious too, as I share with you. But when you think about what you personally have been through, I mean, no one would ever imagine what you've been through because you don't look like it. I know I don't. And I'd be curious to hear in a few minutes what caused you, Coach CJ, to navigate yourself through your mess and come up and rise up out of the ashes like the phoenix. I would be curious. I just thought of that as you were talking. Wow, what did you do? But anyway, in my case, it's pretty shocking to hear and to know what I've been through as I think about it. And when I think back to that question as you're talking, I think about, one person, and then I think about another person. It's amazing how God can really carry us and have somebody pass the baton to somebody else, another phenomenal person. But I had a big brother. My mother decided to get me a big brother. And we were recently inducted into the Hall of Fame because nobody's ever had a relationship with a little brother, big brother through the organization for 50 years.
Wow.
Anyway, they did a video and did this whole interview and talked about, I just felt like life was really not, it was horribly bad for me, horribly bad in my mind. But I said in that interview on video there for the induction into the Hall of Fame that, hey, I knew that Dave was coming this week. And I held on to Dave as coming this week. And Dave Mays would say, you're going to make it. You're a champion. You're anything positive. I didn't care what it was. You're positive. He could have said you're a good swimmer, which I almost drown every time I go in the water. But I would believe in my mind I'm a superhero because he said, you are great at swimming. He could say I'm great at something. It doesn't matter, hill of beans. But someone speaking positive affirmations to me, I believe it because of the trust that I feel in that person. But we've maintained a 50-year relationship. 50. They said we've never had anybody in the world last 50 years and have a 50-year relationship. Wow. And as a matter of fact, we went out to have coffee a week or two ago. And here we are, I'm in my 60s. And so that person, especially for a young person, but what I found out is even a grown-up, I have a person that's been my greatest friend and mentor and like a big brother, champion of champions in my life, even as a grown-up. And I listen to him. I do what he says. My family would even know I'm not listening to them. So they would call him to tell me what they want to get done. And then if he said it, then I'm going to do it. But if he didn't say it, it's not going to happen. So that guy had even that much influence. And he's been so significant. So this is why I love to do this work. This is why I do this work. Because if I can be to somebody what those folks have been to me, then I will feel like a life is well lived. And I feel like my life has been of great value. If I can just be that person for someone else, dropping those nuggets, dropping words of encouragement. Yeah. I have a client right now, and I'll say to him, what can I do today? What can I say today? How can I be of service to you, sir, today? I ask that. I start off my sessions like that. And I'm really amazed. He always says, just some words of encouragement. Wow. Now, I don't say, wow. I go, oh, okay. I go to work. But I'm a little amazed that someone says, just some words of encouragement? Oh, wow. Okay. If he's willing to say that as a grown man, what in the world is other people going through who's never even been asked that question? What are they seeking and needing? And they won't say it because no one's even asking them. He saw enough value in having a life coach in me, trusting me with his life, and his wife is just ecstatic as what's happening with us. So my point is, how many other people are out there that could use the same type of thing? Some words of encouragement. Coach, we're in a business, we're in an industry. People need and want what we have. They need to hear from us. I suggest people call the number on the screen. We can even go through more types of strategies to help you navigate through this world of issues and challenges. But those folks speaking that onto me, it made a difference. Who was it for you? Because I don't know. I heard one of your greatest mentors just transitioned on out of here. So who was it for you, ma'am? I just was curious because I've never asked you that before. Share with us. People are waiting to listen to us. Hurry up. You take it too long. We only got 3 minutes.
My goodness. Well, yeah. Thank you for saying that I don't look like what I've been through. That was one of my prayers years ago, a couple of decades ago, that I said, Lord, I do not want to show on the outside what I've been through in my life. I didn't want people to be able to look at me and say, oh my gosh, she's been through hell. But I've been through abusive relationships. I've been through, what do you call it?
It's unimaginable stuff. So how did you pull out of it? What happened?
unimaginable things,
Right.
and didn't necessarily have someone like you are describing just walk me through that one-on-one, but I was able to look out broader in my community, at individuals, and just really observe them and see how they handled adversity, see how they would just gird up under pressures. And one of those individuals that you just mentioned was Dr. Wanda Davis. And she just transitioned a couple of days ago. So we'll be celebrating her life upcoming soon. But as a young girl, a young woman coming up in the church and definitely involved in the community, I would gravitate to folks like that. And I may have been like during church services several rows back, but for some reason, I would just watch her. And down through the years, not only Dr. Wanda, but there have been other individuals, and I'm so grateful that I had the capacity to look at them and see and observe the environments they were in different times that other folks were cracking under, breaking under. But these other folks who I was watching and patterning really my own strength after, my own resilience after, had the ability to gird under that, to smile anyway, to stand anyway, to win anyway, to succeed anyway, no matter what the set of circumstances were.
Now, can I
So,
ask you a question? So it
mhm,
wasn't necessarily something that was said. You literally watched and gleaned from them just from watching words and encouraging feelings from watching them. Did I hear that right? Because that's pretty powerful.
right. Well, it started there, but because these
Wow.
individuals were also in front of the room and
Yeah.
behind the
Yeah.
mic, then of course they would speak and teach and relay these different qualities and these different attributes through whatever speech they were giving, through whatever message they were giving. So then that is what gave me also the
Wow.
tools and strategies. It wasn't one on one, but I wanted it. I knew that I was bigger and greater than whatever it was that I was going through.
So what you're
And it
telling me,
gave,
what you're telling me is people could be watching us and could get and glean the same thing. What in the world you're revealing to me right now? People
yes.
are listening and watching us. Come on.
Well,
Call
Marcus,
the number, folks. Call us. Talk to us.
and that's the reason I believe that it's so pivotal for
Yeah.
us to come on and be
Yeah.
just totally transparent. You and I have done a phenomenal job in relaying our humanity, our own struggles, our own situations that we've gone through. So folks don't believe that we're way off and our lives have just been perfect. No, we each, independent of one another, have gone through pure hell in so many different
Coach,
situations.
you know, I can't even handle this call today because I want to just dive in because I've had people say, I mean, I don't know people are watching. I don't know because I don't care because I'm trying to save myself from drowning. So I'm focused on saving myself. Well, people have told me, look, I've been watching you. I've watched the calamities. I've watched what you go through that will make most people go into a corner, into a fetal position and never recover. And I
Yes.
watch you come through it. How do you do it? I told you one guy, I'm just going to say GT, GT came over hollering and screaming. I want you to get down right here now and show me what are you doing? How do you pray? What are you doing to pull through and manifest? I know your bank account balances. I know everything about you, and yet and still you rise and shine. And so people want to know. They want to see examples. So I think you have a tremendous example for people to follow, especially parents, single parents. Your new book, Prophetic Parenting, is available right now. Prophetic Parenting, 3 sons that are champions, a daughter that's a champion, grandchildren that are evolving. So I would encourage people, if nothing else, call and get your book. But I think we want to get people gathered up. We got 40 more seconds. We want to get people gathered up, ladies and gentlemen, and get in front of you live in person. And maybe we have to consider a little bit of Zoom here and there, Zoom. But live and in person, we can transform your world and have a molecular effect on your cells and your DNA. I'm telling you what I know on the molecular level. Our last 15 seconds, just tell us what to do. We'll hang up right now.
Well, I'm in lockstep with you, Marcus. I believe that Dell and Dell is so significant. It does not matter what a person has gone through, what they've experienced in
Yes.
their lives.
Right.
We can be that voice to them. We can be
Call
that
us right
one
now. Call us
person,
up. Yeah, that's right.
that one person that believes in them, that uplifts them, that where they feel seen and understood and supported. So call the number, reach out. We are here for you. We've gone through so that we can bring others through. And that's all I have to say for today.
You're going to drop the mic on. Okay, goodbye. God bless. See you
Have
next week.
a great weekend, guys.